Looking for a cabin near some of the best attractions in the Upper Peninsula? Our walkthrough of some of Gerometta's best accommodations in the UP will give you what you need to book a reservation today. First, know these cabins are clean, spacious, and in a great location to explore Michigan's Upper Peninsula. We look forward to showing you 3 cabins and telling you about Gerometta's and can't-miss attractions in the surrounding area. Let's get started. The first cabin we are looking at today has a blue interior with knotty pine walls. The cabin has 2 bedrooms and plenty of seating. You'll notice a gas stove, microwave, coffee maker, toaster refrigerator, and double bowl sink in the kitchen. Each cottage has full dishes, utensils, pots, and pans. The front enclosed porch has windows to view Indian Lake throughout the day. Did you know one of the best historical sites is only 30 miles from Gerometta's? We'll discuss that next, and coming up later, you'll learn about the state park next door to Gerometta's. If you are looking to step back in time with your brood, Fayette State Park is one of the best hidden gems in Michigan. This park is preserving the remains of an iron ore processing city that received tons of ore during the late 1800s and processed it into usable iron ore pigs. These pigs were delivered to steel mills in the lower Great Lakes region primarily for the railroad. The park is a short drive south from Gerometta's. Here you will find beautiful paradise that was once probably a miserable place for the 500 people who lived and worked there. Fayette was a fully functioning community with families, a baseball team, horse racing track, and a school. There are many buildings on the property, including a hotel, houses, machine shop, administrative buildings, company store, the blast furnace building, doctor office, barbershop, payroll office, etc. These buildings are in great condition and open for self-guided tours. There are also foundations, other remains, and a visitor center to provide more insight into the city that once was. We'll put a link in our description of a full tour of the park to show you more details. Let's talk a little about Gerometta's now. Located on Indian Lake, Gerometta's is a family-run campground and resort. Activities in the resort include swings, a swimming pool, and fishing at Indian Lake. They also have a boat launch available for guest use. Located 100 miles west of the bridge, just northwest of Manistique on Indian Lake, Gerometta's provides that up-north feel without having to travel further. Indian Lake is 6 miles long and 3 miles wide and is great for fishing and paddle sports. Now back to the cabins, and later we'll share a little about Seney National Wildlife Refuge. On the outside of the cabins, you will have access to a charcoal grill, chairs, picnic table, and fire pits. There is plenty of space outside for you to spread out and enjoy the afternoon in the shade. Additionally, the play area is between the cabins and docks and in direct view of the cabins. Here's our next cabin, and coming up we'll discuss Kitch-iti-Kipi. The second cabin we'll look at today is knotty pine, again with red details. As you can see, the kitchen is set up similarly. On the counter are a toaster and coffee pot. The oven, refrigerator, and microwave are on the right. This kitchen has a single sink, and you can see the pots, pans, and dishes on the shelves to the left. From Gerometta's, you can walk to Palms Brook State Park, also known as Kitch-iti-Kipi. This state park protects a beautiful spring that feeds Indian Lake. Our brood always takes time to swing at the playground, and the gift shop is well stocked and has a penny machine, treats and snacks, gift items, and bathrooms. The main focus and purpose of going to Kitch-iti-Kipi is to take a raft over the springs and look down through the water. The raft is on a cable and is a self-guided trip away from the dock over the springs and back. The guests move the raft by spinning the drive wheel that moves the raft on the cable system. The springs drain into Indian Lake via a stream. From Gerometta's, you can kayak up the stream and get a view of the raft. The stream is very shallow. Canoes can get stuck. Kayaks do touch bottom. It is a beautiful evergreen-lined stream with nature at every turn. The bedrooms here are a little different than the first. With 4 bunk beds in one room and larger bed in the second room, this cabin is set up to accommodate a variety of groups. The bathroom is again set up with a toilet, vanity sink, and shower. Kitch-iti-Kipi receives over 60,000 visitors annually. It is the largest natural spring in Michigan and delivers 10,000 gallons of water per minute. From the raft, you can see large brown, lake, and brook trout. By the way, don't think about swimming here. The water is 45 degrees year-round, and it's against park rules. Outside, you can see a number of the cabins are set up here in front of the lake with outside seating in the shade and sun. Trust us, this is a great place to grab a cup of coffee and watch the sunrise. Our last cabin is next, and during this tour we will discuss Seney National Wildlife Refuge. Stepping into the loft floor plan, you can see the porch is very similar with big windows overlooking Indian Lake. The up-north feel is continued here with the knotty pine walls and plenty of seating for your brood of family and friends. Seney National Wildlife Refuge is just a short 45 minutes northeast in Gerometta, Michigan. The refuge is a protected area for many varieties of birds. Relax here and discover trumpeter swans, loons, osprey, bald eagles, and many other birds. At just under 100,000 acres, there is a lot to discover. You'll also see beaver and turtles included in the over 70 species of mammals and reptiles. With forest and wetlands, the trees and plants are worth exploring too. The Refuge encourages fishing, and it is best to check with the Visitor Center for current details and rules. If you are interested in getting on the water, you can launch your canoe or kayak into the Manistique River at the roadside park and tour Seney an alternate way. In all of the cabins, there are extra pillows, blankets, and bedding and box fans. You will also have brooms and vacuums to clean up any unexpected messes during your stay. With 2 bedrooms and a loft, this cabin has higher ceilings for the main living space, adding more light to the rooms. Check out our description for a link to Gerometta's website and to make a reservation. To learn more about camping and RVing at Gerometta's, watch this video next.